Hey everyone, this is LadySweetTart and I am so excited. Today I am going to be starting a challenge that I have been eyeing for a while, and when the Growing Together pack came out, it really seemed like this was the perfect time to do this challenge. And the challenge I'm going to be doing is the Family Dynamics Challenge. And this lovely sim that you see here is going to be our founder sim, and hopefully she won't always be as miserable as she looks right now. But I do have one little tiny thing I need to come clean about, and that is Lilah is not the only sim that we will be starting out with. I actually went ahead and created a spouse for Lilah. In the Family Dynamics Challenge rules, it says you're supposed to start with one sim. However, I really wanted to explore the new pack and the infant, so I thought instead of wasting time trying to get her to meet a spouse and do all of that, let's just go ahead and create a spouse from the jump and get going on this and get their little family started. I mean, we all know it's not even really a challenge to get Sims to get married anyway in the game. It's pretty easy to get them to fall in love and get married, so I figured there's not much challenge there anyway, and I just wanted to get into the pack. So this is her spouse, Sawyer, who looks a little bit happier right now than Lilah does. But let's go ahead and hop into cast so that you're able to see them a little bit more up close, and so we can learn the backstory behind these two. So this is Lilah, and for all intents and purposes of the challenge, she is going to be our Gen 1 heir. So everything in the challenge rules that needs to be done for the first gen, I'm going to apply that to Lilah. So this is Lilah Woodrose. The challenge, I should probably show you her up close, huh? I'm super happy with how she turned out. I actually think she's maybe a little bit different from the Sims that I usually create, but I really like her. So like a lot of other Sims 4 challenges, the Family Dynamics Challenge does tell you what aspiration and traits you have to start off with. I do have a mod that allows me to have 5 traits for my Sims, so she does have a couple extra traits in there. She's got a little extra personality. So the aspiration that we must use for Gen 1, which we will see here shortly when we go over the rules, is that she has to have the successful lineage aspiration. And the traits that the challenge requires are that she is outgoing, a foodie, and family oriented. I also gave her the romantic trait as well as the jealous trait. I always like to throw like a challenging trait in there just to make my Sims a little more interesting and well-rounded. So while Lilah has all these wonderful qualities and she's a romantic, she also has a pretty big jealous streak as well. So I think that's going to be super interesting to see. But as I show you all of their outfits, I'm going to talk about Lilah and Sawyer's backstory here. So Lilah grew up with a mom and a dad who were successful doctors, and she was actually the only child. So because of that, with her parents having such a demanding career, Lilah often spent a lot of time alone. She didn't want for anything material. You know, her family had plenty of money, but she spent a lot of time alone. And during that time, that was where Lilah ended up spending a lot of time watching cooking shows, and she ended up dreaming of becoming a chef one day, just like the chefs that she saw on the cooking channel. The other thing that Lilah ended up dreaming of was to someday have this big, loving family, because again, Lilah often felt quite lonely, and so she dreamed that someday she would have this big family and never have to feel lonely again. Lilah didn't cause any problems. She was the type of kid that did everything she was expected to do. She got good grades, and eventually, while she was in high school, she ended up crossing paths with Sawyer, and the two became smitten with each other pretty quickly. So here is Sawyer. Let's go ahead and get a closer look at him. So if you've been on my channel a while, you probably know this, but I like just absolutely love Sims with red hair. It's just this thing. I mean, all the hair colors are beautiful, but I don't know what it is. There's just something about red hair. So the traits that I gave him were hot-headed. He's also romantic, like Lilah. He's loyal. He's childish, and he's also good. And Sawyer's aspiration is to be a super parent. What I thought would be fun to do is, since we have this new pack and now we have infants, is I thought since Lilah has to have a career as a chef and we're going to be focused on her career, that we would go ahead and make Sawyer a stay-at-home dad. And so I thought the super parent aspiration would be perfect for him. But let's kind of get back to Sawyer and Lilah's backstory as I go through to show you Sawyer's outfits. But Sawyer grew up with quite a bit different background than Lilah. Sawyer was actually raised by a single dad along with his older sister. Sawyer's mom actually abandoned the family when Sawyer was very young, like he doesn't even remember her. And as you can imagine, Sawyer's dad had his hands full trying to support his family. They didn't actually have a lot of money. They definitely didn't live on the same side of town that Lilah did. But Sawyer's dad, nonetheless, was very loving and actually kind of a fun dad when he was able to be around. So their upbringing was quite different. Suffice to say, Lilah's parents never accepted her relationship with Sawyer, and they never approved of it. Part of it, yes, was because Lilah's parents are a little bit of snobs, and, you know, they just didn't really, he just didn't have the background that they saw whoever the person her daughter would marry would have. But that wasn't all of it. The biggest part of it was Lilah's parents had always saw her becoming a doctor someday like them, going to university after high school, focusing on her studies and becoming a doctor and taking over the practice someday. But that was never what Lilah wanted. And Lilah's parents completely blame the path that Lilah has taken on Sawyer, and they think it's his bad influence, when in reality, Lilah is just doing what she has always wanted to do. So because of that, Lilah and Sawyer, shortly after they finished high school, became young adults. Instead of Lilah going to university, they ran off and got married, and they're starting their lives together right now. So that is the backstory for Lilah and Sawyer, and that's kind of where we're picking up here. So here is the information about the Family Dynamics Challenge. It was a challenge created for The Sims 4 by Pastella Pixels and Standing Simmer. And it says the goal was to set forth a unique and fun set of guidelines for a 10-generation legacy challenge centered around a variety of family dynamics. I am a very family-focused player. I also really love exploring different relationship dynamics in my gameplay. So I just thought this would be the perfect challenge for me, and I feel like there's a lot of potential for storytelling as well. So it does say right here, begin with a single sim. Like I said, that is the one thing that I did fudge on. No cheats or mods that serve to enhance gameplay over other simmers. MC Command Center is permitted for baby gender and number of control and risky woohoo only. May use free real estate on when starting the first generation only, which I did. Custom saves are allowed and encouraged to add an infusion of new gameplay opportunities. We are playing in the Plumbella save file. Each career and aspiration must be completed unless expressly stated otherwise. If a career branch is not specified, then the choice is completely up to you. Number 6, have fun. Don't let the rules of this challenge confine you, like rule number 1. Generation 1, white picket fence. So this is the one that we are going to be focusing on with Lilah. From the time that you strike out on your own as a young adult, you dream of cultivating loving, familiar relationships as rich and unique as the dishes you love to create. You marry younger than some of your friends. She definitely did. She and Sawyer eloped pretty much as soon as they became young adults. Raise a bundle of children and enjoy gardening and entertaining in your spare time. Yet, you still devote a portion of your life to your hidden dream of becoming a master chef. So the traits, I did kind of talk about this in Cass. Her traits need to be outgoing, foodie, and family-oriented. Aspiration is successful lineage, and the career is the culinary career and the master chef branch. Rules are complete at least 5 gold level dinner parties, master the cooking and baking skills, marry as a young adult, so we've already got that, and stay happily married until death do us part. Have 3 to 4 children, maintain a garden with at least 10 unique plants, including a cow plant. That one makes me nervous. Complete at least 3 out of 4 levels of aspiration. And then it says, upon completing level 5 of the culinary career, you may also choose to leave the career and open a restaurant instead. So that is what we are going to have to accomplish with Lilah. So we are actually playing in Granite Falls. So I have a mod that allows you to use the destination worlds as residences if you so choose. And I built this cabin off camera not so long back. I absolutely fell in love with it. What has happened here with Lilah is her grandfather passed away not long after she became a young adult. And as such, he ended up leaving this lovely cabin to Lilah as a sort of a way of showing his silent support for Lilah doing what makes her happy. She actually did used to come to this cabin for family vacations and things like that. However, they are in the process of converting this to their forever home. And what my thought was for this challenge was to where we're able to have each gen take place in a different world. I know it's not that typical, like pastel-y, cutesy kind of build that everyone seems to be into right now. But I don't know, there's something about like a cabin in the woods that's just so cozy to me. I don't know. And it is fall right now. You can probably see that at the bottom. That's why some of this stuff looks kind of dead. So one of the things that we do have to do for this gen is get Lilah in the culinary career. So I am going to have her do that. Before I forget, she's actually looking quite a bit happier now that she has had something to eat. I mean, she is a foodie and she wants to be a chef. So I think we can like kind of surmise that food is important to her. I mean, same girl, same. So I totally get it. Culinary. So this is the one that we want. What's interesting is that her hours start out at 9 to 5, which I don't believe stay that way for the culinary career. I do believe she ends up having to work nights, if I remember correctly. It's been such a long time since I've had a sim do the culinary career, but I think it does change. And then it also is unusual, I feel, that she's going to be working Monday through Friday, but whatever. Here we are. She is in the culinary field. So we've got that ticked off. But the other thing that I do want to get going on is these two need a baby. Not only is it part of the challenge, but we want to get in and get these infants. Well, hopefully just one infant. In my off-camera save, my family had twins right out the gate, like with the infants, and it was way too much. So I really hope they just have one. So I am going to have them try for a baby, but you know, they're newlyweds. They have to have a little bit of romance going too. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? I do need a picture of that. Maybe we put this one in the nursery. Hey, you know, like once the baby comes, like, hey, this is the night that you were created. Probably not. Sawyer has learned Lilah's woohoo interests. Hopefully that means they are going to be going and doing as I said, which was to go and try for a baby. I mean, we've even got this little bassinet and everything ready for them. I do believe there's some CC ones out there now that work, but I don't know. I've just been too afraid to add them just in case they don't work. And I think it actually does go really well with the look of this room, so. We should probably turn the fan on because it's getting a little hot in here. And as soon as they are finished, I am going to have Lilah take a pregnancy test. I mean, we're going to pick the one that doesn't cost 15 simoleons. I think that's the one too where it has like the little animation. I think that's the one that goes with the mod that I have, where we actually see her take the pregnancy test. So I do like that because I feel like that's a little bit more realistic. Can we like get in here so we can see a little bit better? I like that she still has her jeans on too while she's doing it. Yeah, so like she's using the pregnancy test, like, because we can't see the actual test. It's blurred out here. So, I think that means it works. Worked. Yes, worked. Past tense.
Zagoo!
I mean, she's definitely surprised. I hope, like, in a good way. Yes, it worked. Yay. And my girl does look pretty happy, I have to say. Oh my gosh, she's going straight to tell oh my gosh, she's got a bump already too. She's going straight to Sawyer. Girl did not even wash her hands. That is how excited she is. Let's see how he reacts. I mean, he's actually kind of mellow, but he looks like he's still thinking about something else. We'll just leave it at that. They must have really had a good time with that. Jokesters, cue the punchline. Sawyer and Lilah just can't stop cracking each other up. I mean, that's good because they're supposed to end up with a really compatible marriage, and we know that the couple that laughs together stays together. Family members with the Jokesters family dynamic will choose to perform funny or mischief interactions. I could see that. I mean, they're a young couple. They're going to be like a more fun type of parents, I feel. So yeah, let's go with that. Let's just do that. Sawyer seemed to enjoy that conversation with Lilah, especially when they explored more serious, thought-provoking topics like, having your first baby, perhaps. A good conversation becomes great once the mind is engaged. Could this mean that Sawyer likes deep thoughts? Yeah, I could totally see that for sure. I'm so glad she's finally washing her hands. So it is the next morning. Lilah is actually on her way to work. I absolutely hate her work outfit, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to change that. I think you can with MCCC, I think. But what was exciting was I was able to get her to do her tasks that she needed for her job today. I basically just had her make salad again for dinner last night. And then this morning, I had her make breakfast. So she's all ready to go for work. And she's already halfway through level 2 cooking. Like, what a rock star. So one of the things that I do want to do, you're not even tired anymore. I feel like you can get up out of bed. I was like, why is he going in the nursery? Is he like so excited for this baby? But he has a childish trait. So I do believe that's why he's in here. But anyway, one of the things that I did want to do, oh shoot, I should probably have her working hard, right? You can tell I don't send my Sims to work a lot. But yeah, one of the things that I did want to do was I actually want them to adopt a pet. And I do want to adopt a cat because dogs in this game, they're adorable, but I feel like they're a little bit needy. And with them having a new baby on the way and having a total of 3 to 4, I just feel like a cat would make a little bit more sense in this gen. But I do want to start with a kitten. Oh my goodness. Like Allie, she's so cute. Sasha, oh my gosh, Sasha's adorable too. We only want kittens, so I've got to narrow it down to 3. So we're definitely going to have Allie and Sasha because they're so stinking cute. Oh, Hasley's a male, so I guess either Hasley or Whiskers. I feel like Whiskers looks a lot like Sasha, so let's go for a little bit more variety and do Hasley. I mean, we're probably going to change their name. I mean, we will change their name. And yeah, okay, this looks like this is them. They have some really bad CC, but, we can kind of pretend that they look normal. They brought the kittens. Oh, my gosh. I mean, I don't have any cat stuff yet, but that doesn't stop me. Also, why is all this stuff just floating around? Surely I did not build it like that. I'm going to have to fix that. Pretend that's not happening, guys. Okay, so this one is Hasley, which was our male. So why don't we do a friendly introduction? I mean, a cautious introduction is probably smarter, but I mean, come on, it's a little kitten. Ooh, Hasley does not like you, Sawyer. But they did become acquaintances. I mean, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't really like him. So let's next. What about little Sasha? Let's try a friendly introduction with Sasha. And if that doesn't work, then for Allie, we'll do the cautious one. Okay, so I feel like it went a little bit better with Sasha. Yeah, and then what about with little Allie? Let's see how Allie responds to your friendly introduction. So at least you know all of them now. So basically the story here with Sawyer adopting a kitten is this basically a surprise for Lilah. Maybe we can try cautious. Oh my gosh, he really does not like him. Like they're in the red. Maybe you can give him a treat. Maybe that will like help their relationship. I at least want to know what their qualities are before we make a decision. But yeah, as I was saying, this is a surprise for Lilah. So Lilah always wanted a cat growing up, but her mom was allergic to cats, so she was never allowed to have a pet cat. Okay, so like that helped. But yes, Sawyer obviously knows this. He knows that Lilah has always wanted a cat, and so he's doing this to kind of surprise her, when she comes home from her first day of work. Oh, spoiled. Okay, well, I don't know how that's going to go in a family where we have to have 3 to 4 kids. Oh, so Sasha's a glutton, which, maybe isn't always the best trait, but in a home with a foodie, an aspiring chef, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. But let's get to know Allie and see Allie's trait. Playful. Okay, that's super cute as well. I definitely feel like it's between the 2 girl cats, like Sasha and Allie, because, even though Hasley warmed up a little bit, oh my gosh, look, Allie wants him to pet her. Oh my goodness. But yeah, even though they kind of improve their relationship a little bit, like him and Hasley, like, I just feel like with all those kids, a spoiled cat would not be a good idea. Mischievous. Oh my. I don't know about all that either. Wait, where did little Allie go? Okay, she went in here. Can we get to know that second trait, please? Oh, she's curious. A curious cat. That's actually adorable. I kind of feel like Allie has the best traits, and I think for a family that's important. It would be different if it was just going to be him and Lilah, but we have kids involved or that are going to be involved. So let's offer friendship and see how the kitten reacts. Like, I don't know why you're introducing yourself to this adoption lady. She's not important. Sawyer just became friends with Allie. Okay, like I think that Allie is the one that we want. So let's adopt Allie for 200 simoleons. Also, it's already 3 in the afternoon. Like, Lilah's gonna come home soon. We gotta get this adoption done. Are you sure you want to adopt this pet? Yes, I just feel like this cat is the best fit for us. Well, the last name is Woodrose, but I am going to leave this as Allie for now. But I do want to know your name suggestions in the comments of what you think we should name this adorable little kitten. And we can end the adoption evaluation. Like, we got what we needed. Oh my goodness, my heart. Like, what is it going to be like when we actually have a little infant too? But yes, we have a little kitten now. Oh my goodness. I feel like everything just started off really well with this kitten. She was always friendly from the get-go, and she even rolled over wanting him to rub her little belly. Like, I just feel like it was pretty obvious that Allie was the one that was meant to be in our family. Oh my goodness. I don't know if my heart is going to be able to handle having this adorable little kitten and an infant in our home at the same time. Like, oh my gosh. This is too cute. So Lilah has just come home and already been promoted. So I'm trying to have Sawyer stop playing with this little kitten and pick her up so that Lilah can see her surprise. There, oh my gosh. Imagine walking in and coming home to this. Like, how adorable. Surprise! Tell a funny story of how you adopted a cat today. Like, hey, honey, guess what? You know how you've always wanted a kitten? Look at the smile. Like, she definitely looks so happy about this. She's like, yeah, I know you've always wanted a kitten, so here you are, sweetheart. She's real sweet, I promise. Like, not only is she cute, but she's real sweet. You've always wanted this little kitten, and you finally got one. Oh, she has the kitty she's always wanted. But what I wanted to go ahead and do before ending the first episode here is with the realistic birth mod that I have, you can send your Sims to get a pregnancy No, not a pregnancy test, an ultrasound when they are in their second trimester, which it does look like Lilah just became in her second trimester. So I am going to have her and Sawyer do that, and we'll be able to find out what kind of baby they're having. I'm also going to actually have Lilah choose the home birth option. I think that is a really cool thing that they have added into this mod. And then we're going to have her call the obstetrician. And then we're going to have them get an ultrasound. And of course, she's going to take Sawyer with her. So they are here at the hospital to get an ultrasound. Start ultrasound scan. Let's start it with this Mayumi Uchida. Is it just me or does this look like the adoption agent? Maybe they're moonlighting at the hospital and I don't know. But yes, Mayumi looks like a nice one. So let's just have Mayumi do the ultrasound for us. Why is Sawyer walking like that? Does he have to go pee-pee? Oh, it looks like he does. Oops, sorry, Sawyer. I kind of didn't pay attention to that. I was really just focused on all the cuteness with the new kitten, so that was my fault. Oh, well, you're just going to have to hold it a little bit longer because this ultrasound thing is pretty important. Oh, that's like a really interesting outfit they put on her for her ultrasound. I mean, I would have expected like, like a hospital gown or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's a really cool mod because look, like it actually looks like an ultrasound here. I tell you, modders put such amazing extra features into the game that I just really feel like the game would be better if they included it. Okay, no, Sawyer, you've got to be here for this. Go back. It says, congratulations, you're pregnant. Based on the ultrasound scan, it looks like you're expecting one healthy baby. The ultrasound scan shows that you're expecting a healthy baby girl. So they are going to have a little girl. Oh my gosh. So yes, if you could please in the comments leave some name suggestions for their new baby because we will be seeing the birth of the new baby in the next episode. All right, Sawyer, I guess you can go use the bathroom now that the ultrasound is over. And poor Lilah looks like she's super hungry. Actually, why don't y'all just go home? I feel like that's a much better option. I am going to go ahead and end the episode here, but make sure in the comments to leave your name suggestions for both the new kitten as well as the baby girl that they will be having next episode. And as I said, next time, we will also be exploring the baby shower that was added with the Growing Together pack. And I hope you're also just as excited about this new Let's Play because I am so pumped about this. So if you did enjoy this and are looking forward to the next episode, make sure to hit the like button. Also, don't forget to drop a comment below. I do always love hearing what you have to say. It honestly does make my day. Thank you all for being the best. I'll see you later. Bye.